For Sutra 3, describes Samadhi is the same meditation where there is the shining of the object alone as if devoid of form. Again, it's weird conglomeration of words to say that you become the thing. Because the internet is internet, and we'll use paper. Maybe we might have to use paper, like olden times, as we revisit Dhyana and just dabble in Samadhi as we continue on our journey up, along, into, down, whatever action words you choose, and to describe your exploration of yoga, your movement down the 8-limb path. So we get into it. So yamas, niyama, asana, pranayama, dharana. Nope, I skipped one. Pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. We are on the last 2 steps, but remember, it's continuous, it's cyclical, so we keep moving all along this path. So last week we talked about how pratyahara and dharana, concentration and contemplation, are preparation for meditation. And meditation is the focusing in on that one sensation, object, idea, whatever, without any concept of time movement or any back and forth between yourself and whatever the object is. No disruption of the mind stuff. You just are in it. So when we move from meditation, in meditation, we're still separating ourselves from whatever that idea, that sensation, that thing is. Samadhi is you are the thing. There is no separation. It's full integration. Patanjali, Satchidananda translated Patanjali's words into absolution. It's complete integration of the stuff. And book 3, for Sutra 3, describes Samadhi is the same meditation where there is the shining of the object alone as if devoid of form. Again, it's weird conglomeration of words to say that you become the thing. The distinction between you, me, I, and it is no more. Because what is yoga? It is the connection between this vessel and the divine self. Well, what is the divine self? It's all of it. Everything has a divine self. It's our divine connection to the mother, to the creator, to each other, string theory, all of that stuff is the same. So if Samadhi is absolution, is a complete and total integration of the self into this vessel, then we just are. Everything just is. And that happens regularly, all the time. I talked about last week in finding meditation and reevaluating your meditation practice and understanding that meditation can happen in movement. It's when there's no going back. You're just in your moment. You get lost in time, as Satchidananda said in the sutras, You just experience, and that's it. You can do the same thing, finding samadhi in a moment when you are fully integrated in whatever experience you are in. If you are a musician, you become the music, you become the dance. If you are a dancer, you are in your yoga practice. You just are going with whatever. Even if you're listening to your teacher cueing you, you're just in there in your practice. There's no difference between you and whatever. Simple as that. It's not simple, of course. It's a lot of hard work to get to there, to recognize that, hey, number one, I feel connected to this thing in a way that I can get lost in it. And then going a step further and recognizing that you aren't really lost. It's that you found you in that thing, away from all of the stuff that you learned about you. You found what is truly you in that moment. And that's why I love yoga, because it's a roadmap to get in there, to fully integrate, to experience all that you are, no matter which way you get there. All we have to do is follow these steps. And then when we lose track of the steps, we come back to the steps. That's it. That's all I got for yoga. It's like, nah, we're going to recap, obviously, and then find our breath again. So what are these? What is this 8 limbs again? Let's go back over it. The yama and the yama are rules and regulations. Is how we start to, we've already pulled off the ball. We realize that stuff has got to change. We got to do something different. So what are these new rules that we're going to follow? How are we going to approach life again? This new life that we are trying to build here, because that's what's happening. Once you pull everything out, you have to start anew. So what do we do from now? What do? We start here. We start with new rules and regulations. We do things differently. We lead with love and kindness. That's where it starts. Because we don't learn to lead with love. We actually unlearn that. And once we connect with that remembrance of that source of love, of kindness, of compassion, of friendliness, of softness, we then move into rediscovering the body with our asana practice, reconnecting with the breath with our pranayama practice, manipulation of our life force energy, regulation of our life force energy. And there's the rain. Ah! We have to relocate back to the closet. All right. Crisis averted. It's super dark now. Turn some lights on in here. All right. Now I'm all wet. It's fine. That's it. Let's find my page again. And then reconnect with my thoughts on our journey down the 8 limb path. Here we go. All right, back to my page. As we recondition ourselves to this new way of life, we need to have new rules and regulations with our yama and niyama. We have to reintroduce ourselves to this vessel and relearn how to treat it, because we've been doing it a disservice, being very disconnected from our feelings, from our emotions. None of us really treat ourselves as well as we should. And part of our asana practice is that reconnecting with the sensations that come up when we pay attention to our bodies and recognize what is really happening. We don't push things down. We don't say, I'll deal with that later. We get in it and we feel it, and we ride whatever the wave of that breath is, and we are in our moment. That's what the asana practice is about. That's what pranayama is about, because you can't recognize regulation of the life force energy. You can't do that if you don't recognize it, if you don't see it, if you don't have a relationship with it. So this straight on is weird. It's weird. It's weird. Make an adjustment. The breath and so we are prepared to use it on our journey forward. The same thing with concentration and pratyahara is our working out the brain, is exercising the brain. Because if the asana practice is exercising of the body, postures to finding steady, comfortable postures, pranayama, steady, comfortable breath. What do you think concentration is? Is a steady flow of consciousness to one thing, to inside, internal, to the source. So we concentrate on it. Then we can concentrate on it. Then if we can keep coming back to it, then we can sit with it and contemplate it in dharana. And if we can contemplate it and stay with it and be with it, all sides of it, seeing all of it, then maybe we can meditate on it in dhyana. And if we can meditate on it and see it for all it is, all sides of it, maybe, just maybe, eventually we start to recognize that there is no thing. It's only us. There's no separation. That's the point of this, is to recognize that we, all of us, are connected. That's why it works with everything. That's why I love yoga so much, because it is a reconnection with me and a reconnection with me to you. Away from all the bullshit. I get to see you as you are. You get to see me as I am, and we can meet there. Without pretense, without none of the societal structures that aren't real. You know what I'm saying? We just are. And that's why I love this practice. That's why I want to share it with everybody. That's why. And now it stopped raining. I couldn't have just sat in there. I just did this hair. It's too cute to wash away just yet. So that's yoga, the 8-limb path. Well, that's all I got for now. If you liked it, great. If not, that's cool too. Until next time, be well.